All right, one more round. Well, I have this Arosha Belts Crumrine in my possession. It's getting shipped back to Tennessee tomorrow morning. So while I still have it, I touched on the last video. I did want to do an A and B between this and my shop Rhine. And so I've taken a little bit of time. I've made measurements. I have my tailor's tape off camera right now, and it is served me well. I love having these things because they're so much more pliable and flexible than a standard tape measure. So what I did was I made a bunch of notes, and I have compiled measurements of the plates and the strap and all that stuff. We're going to get all that. But we're going to start off just visually what I see in terms of differences and similarities. But first thing I want to say is if you're new around here, if you're a new subscriber, thank you. My subscriber count has jumped by 10 people as of the time of this filming. So currently we're sitting at 992. At 1,000, I give away this free WWE Shop Smoking Skull with a belt bag shipped to you for free. It doesn't cost you anything. That's only for subscribers, and once we hit 1,000. So we are really close. So if you don't mind, if you're not subscribed, because 54% of you that watch my stuff are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Keep this channel going. I want to do interviews with wrestling personalities. I want to take this channel from just a belt channel. We will still do belts, don't worry, but try to do other things beyond that. And so it's when you say, I only got 984 subscribers, they go, you're not worth my time. But if you say, hey, we just hit 1,000, that carries a little bit more weight, I feel like. So please help me get to 1,000. Hit that subscribe button. It helps me. It helps you get more wrestling belt content in your algorithm. You'll find other channels that do belts, reviews and modifications and all that sort of stuff. So getting to this Arosha Crumrine. I still stand by when I say that this are probably the nicest Crumrine plates out there. And the camera doesn't do it justice in terms of picking up the shine that this gold gives. It looks way better in person than it does on camera. And like I said, differences and similarities. So differences are things like on here, the stone holders are relief pieces. They're a separate piece from the plate. You can see there's a seam there. If I can get my camera to focus. Okay, let me try this again. There we go. There's a seam there in between the main plate and that stone holder itself, and each of the 16 stone holders are like that. Your grapplers are relief pieces, your globe and your crown are relief pieces, and on the shop Rhine, where it differs, these are not relief pieces. They are built into or etched, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming they're pressed. They're probably not CNC, but they could be for all I know. But they are all one piece with a design stamped in or etched out, however they do it. Your grapplers are not separate pieces. The only separate pieces, the only relief pieces you have on the shop Rhine are your globe and your crown, and that's it. And this is the version 1 with the smaller ION that came out at WrestleMania 39 weekend out in LA. That's one difference, is just the amount of relief pieces you don't have. As far as the stones go, I'm not gonna talk about WWE Shop's quality on stones because these are not their stones. I restoned this myself. I put cubics in it, and all 16 stone holders has a garnet style cubic, and I got 4 clears in the crown, and I got 2 little smaller ones in the crown as well. And it's not their stock strap. It is on a real leather send-out strap made by I can't think of his name. So this one, in terms of what else it offers that you won't get with WWE Shop, is that thicker nameplate, and on Shop it's a little bit thinner, doesn't stand out as much. And the price is another big difference. So on here, you're looking at $19.50, 6 to 8 months wait time. This one, bone stock, is about $500, and figure another $220, $230 somewhere in there for a leather strap, leather send out. So from someone like Daniel Ripley, Paul Martin, Antonio Mendoza, those sort of people. Maybe Ryan Stokes or Canuck Belts can help you with the ShopRine send out, but factor that in. But you're still a lot cheaper going the ShopRine route than you are Arosha. But with Arosha, you are getting real hand carved details in these plates. Very nicely done. So that pretty much takes care of just like visual stuff. Now we're going to get into basically dimensions. So your shop plate is an inch shorter on the main plate. It runs, let's see, 12 and a half inches tall on the Arosha versus 11 and a half inches tall on the ShopRine. It is half an inch narrower on the ShopRine. It is 13 and a quarter. This one is 13 and 3/4. And then with your side plates, you have on the Arosha, you have 4 and 3/8 inches tall. And then it is 6 inches long, 6 inches wide. This one, your ShopRine, is 4 inches tall and 5 and 1/4 inches wide. And I will be putting up conversions. You've already seen them on the screen by now, but of what it is on the metric system. I just chose centimeters. So that way, in case someone's on the metric system trying to figure out what inches are, sorry, but I went ahead and took care of that for you. So yeah, so 4 inches tall, 5 and 1/4 inches wide, and then you have strap dimensions. Now I did not do plate thickness because my digital calipers decided to have the battery die at some point, and I have not swapped them out. I didn't know it was dead. I hadn't used them in so long, and I don't have the means to get a new battery on a Sunday night. And like I said, this belt needs to be shipped out in the morning. So we're rolling with what we got. But if you look at the plate thickness, it is roughly the same between the Arosha belts Crumrine and the ShopRine. They're almost identical in terms of plate thickness. I mean, you'd be splitting hairs. And before somebody asked me, well, which one's more accurate? Which one's more accurate, the Arosha size or the ShopRine size? Look, last time I checked, I've never gotten to hold the original Big Gold. Conrad Thompson has not let me hold it. So I have no way of knowing which one's more accurate. I'm just giving you the specs. So you get past that, and then we are also taking a look at the strap details. Now, one thing to note is the Arosha is, let me see here, the gap is a half-inch gap between the top of the main plate and the end of the strap. So this gap right here. This one is, according to my ruler, 1/4 inch, which I'd say it's slightly less than 1/4 inch, but I just try not to scratch my plates while I'm doing the measurement. I'm going to go with that. So, and then the strap length, unsnapped. Both of them are over 50 inches long. The Arosha one is 59 and 1/4, and the ShopRine one, the send out that I have for it is 54 and 1/2 inches long. And then there's a difference in height of the strap. So the Arosha strap is, let me see here, 5 1/8 inch tall, and the ShopRine strap comes in at 4 1/2 inches tall. So that's your details when it comes to that. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, weight. That's what it was. There was another one I was trying to think of. So I do have like a shipping scale, and I did bust it out and put each belt on it. The ShopRine came in, because it felt a little bit lighter, it came in at 6 pounds 4 ounces. This one, the Arosha one, comes in at just under 2 pounds heavier at 8 pounds 2 ounces. So keep that in mind. I know some people prefer heavier belts, some people prefer lighter belts. Just throwing that out there. And my thoughts on all this are, it reminds me of a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when Hazard F5 had his old channel, and he reviewed the 91 through 94 WCW heavyweight, and he said, look, if you love this belt, go get it made from a maker, because you're going to get acid etching, you're going to get real leather, it's going to be closer to what the original one was. But if you just like this belt and you just want to have it for your collection, but it's not going to be your pride and joy or whatever, the shop replica will suffice. It's good enough. You know, it's not going to get you laughed at. It's a great quality replica, and I feel the same way about these two belts. If you're like me and you don't have this affinity for the big gold, and you're content with just any big gold in your collection that's decent quality, I would say you can't go wrong with a Shoprine. Yeah, you're not going to get real 24 karat. Yeah, it's not going to be, hand etched, and the nugget texture background is kind of dull compared to what you get over here on the Arosha. Stuff like that, little details that I notice that other people may not. But I'm fully content with this. This is not going to be an eyesore in my collection. But if you want the closest thing to what was on TV that debuted in 1986, you're looking at it right here, in my opinion. Some people are going to say, what about C4? What about Classic Shields? What about this maker and that maker? From what I've seen, Arosha has it down when it comes to the closest high quality replica of the original Crumrine that you can get. So that's my thoughts on it. As far as upcoming content goes, I have a book that's on order that's coming in, and it's going to help me knock out at least one more Belt Chronicles episode. And I'm have another one that I'm probably going to do as well. And then I'm going to do the Skullman Belts Group episode that I have, but video that I've been putting off. It's just the only reason why I'm getting these two videos out right now is because I only have this belt for a limited amount of time, and so I had to make time in order to get these two videos shot. But going forward, I'm gonna try to do some more videos, semi regularly as I can, and also my wrestling room downstairs is about 90% complete, and I want to take you guys on a tour of that room and everything we got going on down there. So one more time, like I said, we're 8 people away from 1,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to keep this channel going and help grow it. And then, like I said, your algorithm YouTube gets wind of what you like, and they'll start tuning your algorithm to more wrestling related belt stuff and all that. So please subscribe. I will see you guys on the next video.